the newest Cheaper by the Dozen film now on Disney Plus, it's time to rank all 5 of the Cheaper Dozen films, from the 1951 with Clifton Webb all the way to the newest one with Zach Braff and Gabrielle Union. So let's rank the Cheaper by the Dozen films from worst to best. How's it go, movie watchers? Thank you guys for stopping by my channel. Today we're going to be ranking all 5 of the Cheaper by the Dozen films. I don't even know if 5 existed. I thought there was only 4, but there is a sequel to the 1951 starring Clifton Webb. The sequel is called Bells on Their Toes. I just watched that for the first time earlier this week. Let me know in the comment section down below, what is your ranking of all 5 of the Cheaper by the Dozen films? Have you seen all 5? Let me know down below. Coming in last place is the new Cheaper by the Dozen film. This one stars Zach Braff and Gabrielle Union, and it is really messy because it takes on too much. There's a storyline of the 2 fathers. They're jealous. Zach Braff is trying to start a family business. There's also the storyline of their nephew coming in. They're trying to help him. There's a lot going on. It takes away from the family's storyline and developing that love for each other. It's really not there. I can't remember any of the kids' names. It's cringy at times. It just takes on too much and really doesn't deepen the story of the family. Rather taking on so much, it almost feels like it could have been a series rather than a movie with how much it did tackle. Coming in 4th place is Cheaper by the Dozen 2. This is the sequel to the Steve Martin remake, and instead of like the struggles of having a large family, it's a rivalry between both Eugene Levy and Steve Martin. They were friends growing up, and now they kind of have this rival relationship and they want to outdo each other. That's what most of the film is. It is a lot of fun though, and we do get a more focus on some of the younger siblings within the film, so you get to know them just a little bit more compared to that first film. But it's more of a film focused on hijinks and that rival relationship rather than like focusing on the family, since it does focus on another family as well with Eugene Levy. Carmen Electra is also in the film as well. It's a fun film, but you're not emotionally connected to it, or you just don't feel that same love from that first film. Coming in 3rd place is Bells on Their Toes. This was released in 1952 and had a lot to do because the first film, spoiler for anybody who has not seen that first Cheaper by the Dozen film, the father dies at the end of that film, and so the second film is about kind of picking up from what had happened at the end of that story and dealing with the loss of the father and the husband within this film. The mother has to take care of all 12 children by herself. She has to deal with a lot of sexism. A lot of men don't kind of believe that she can take care of the kids by herself. The sibling story is deepened within this film as we see some of the older siblings step up and take care of the younger siblings as they are trying to navigate some of their own lives. But I love how it did still focus on that large family and the love that they have for each other, while also trying to balance some fun moments. But it's a little more of a serious film as this mother is trying to take care of her children, figuring out how she can provide for her family. It's much more of a film that you can emotionally connect to since that father has passed. We see how they are grieving and moving forward with that. It's an interesting film. I liked it a lot more. I didn't really think I would care too much about the original film and this film, since I've seen all the other ones more, but I did like Bells on Their Toes for what it did offer. Coming in 2nd place is the original Cheaper by the Dozen film. The 1951 stars Clifton Webb as the father, and he likes to have his house in tip-top shape. They have to have meetings and bid on who's going to do the chores. Everything has to be in perfect order. As he is quite serious at times, but also you can tell that he absolutely loves his family. I love that about this film. And he wants to have some moments. There's a really heartwarming scene where everybody is upstairs as they are sick, and he acts like he is sick so he can go upstairs and be with his family because he's bored downstairs. The film drastically changes from a comedy to a drama towards the end of the film. The film starts to focus on the older sibling as she starts to be interested in boys, and he has to kind of accept that and goes to the prom with them. But then, spoiler, like I said, he dies at the end of it, and it's very abrupt. Like within like the less than 10 minutes of the film, it really just happens pretty quickly. And there's not a lot of time for emotional connection to that because it just hits you. It's really unexpected. This is based on the autobiographical book Cheaper by the Dozen, which was released in 1948 by Frank Gilbreth. But even though it is based on a book, it was really unexpected for me, and I just had a hard time adjusting to that. The comedy was funny, and it had that drastic change to that drama, but the drama also worked well within the film. Coming at number 1 is Cheaper by the Dozen, starring Steve Martin and Bonnie Hunt. I watched this film so much growing up. It was released in 2003, so I was about 12 years old. I constantly watched this film, and honestly, it made me want to have a large family. I felt that love that every sibling had for each other, the struggles of taking care of that large family. Everything was chaotic, but they rolled with it, and they had a lot of fun. And the film had that important message of doing what's best for your family, and done in the most impactful and heartwarming way possible. Steve Martin, Bonnie Hunt have great chemistry within the film, and you could tell that they are very experienced parents. There's just a lot of fun moments within here as the siblings are trying to pull pranks on Ashton Kutcher's character. Just those moments of the siblings playing with each other and pulling those pranks, those are a lot of fun. You feel that they are really connected. And then you have those emotional moments at the end as one of the younger siblings feel like he doesn't belong in that family, and you see him run away and everybody's trying to find him, and you realize that they are better as a family. That's a very heartwarming way to end the film. But I just absolutely love this movie. It's one of the films I watched a lot growing up. I wanted a large family. I won't have 12 kids, but I still enjoy watching this film. Steve Martin always seems like he has a smile on his face. We see Bonnie Hunt go off to work with her book, and we see Steve Martin trying to take care of all the kids. It's pretty chaotic. Has that nice balance of chaos and love within the film, just to tell a really enjoyable story. So there you guys have it, all 5 of the Cheaper by the Dozen films ranked worst to best. Have you seen all 5? Let me know in the comment section down below. How would you rank them? Stay tuned for more up and coming ranking videos like this. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.